Hey! What's good, everyone? So, Carlton, sorry I am late. I had an absolute manic morning you don't want to know, but I have been keeping in touch. But Carlton going absolute great guns. Pressure is absolutely insane. Is it not? Durden looking good. The boys looking really, really good. Real tasty. I'm excited. So, we're just about to end the first quarter. Carlton 33, St Kilda 7. But the boys looking really tasty, are we? Are we looking tasty? What's everyone think? Tell me in the comments who your standouts have been so far. But I've got to say, what I am really impressed at the moment is just that intent to the fall of the ball. How good is the intent to the fall of the ball? The boys looking really sharp around them areas where last year I thought that was a big thing for us, that around the fall of the ball, we looked really, really poor. But we're looking really sharp set up. Come on, boys. The seems just ahead of the ball. It does seem, doesn't it, that the boys look like they're not just waiting for the mark. They're looking for that moment, which is really good. Loving that intent there. Bit stiff that Pitt is looking good. Tell you what, how weird is it as well seeing them in there, seeing the training kits. St Kilda's just all white number looks all right. Bit of word to deal with here. Tell me that wasn't a goal. Get out. What a joke. I'd love to Mohammed, but I can't. The AFL will come and find me and lock me away. He looks all right, doesn't he, actually? I've got to say, there's just that touch of class. This goal here, there, could have maybe done a little bit better there. That was a bit of a soft goal, but yeah, you may be able to see just a little bit behind me. You can see it. I won't move. But looking really, really, really sharp at the moment. That goal takes a bit of the gloss of it. But, I mean, there's Jake Ben Wharton there. Look at that. Well, you can't look at... Well, some of you will be able to see it. Big Josh, good day to you, my friend. How are you? McGovern actually making runs off the back line. He does. And that's what you want to say. Ball comes in here. Oh, look at Chera. Great work. Come on, Charlie. Hit the ball lumps. Tell you what, Chera looks really good. Doesn't he there? He's got the little things. Mate, just go a cool 20. Well, the quarter wind down. Tell you what, how good is it as well that I've got it on mute, but you don't actually know the quarter time? Well, they're playing to 30, aren't they? Jordan, he wants to know who's kicked goals so far. Well, I mean, we've had JSOS had one. He kicked the second. Matty Owies, Kennedy, and Durden. So, real good starts. So, the ball comes inside 50 here. St Kilda working backwards. But tell you what, the manic pressure from Carlton. There is about 20 guys just around all the time. Ball punted in on top of Charlie. Oh, Cripper at the fall of the ball. Come on, JSOS. Tell you what, JSOS has been an animal in that forward line. A complete menace. Pom, does it seem that the stain of Teague is gone? I think the big difference at the moment is that I would say what is really standout, the 3 takeouts so far from this, ball movement shorter, pressure is really intense. But the big one for me is the transition with and out without the ball. There seems to be players everywhere in every area, which is really exciting. Like Lachlan says, that pressure is just everywhere. Ball comes in, horrible kick in, but great work from Carlton to get it there. And that should see us out. I'm with you, Lana. He's been really good. Tell you what, as well, you could maybe give him a bit of abuse in that last goal, Lockie O'Brien, but Lockie O'Brien's actually not been so bad too. But there it is, quarter time goes. Carlton 33, St Kilda 13. If you can't watch it, get on KO. I do think I better take that down because you just know the AFL. That on KO, it is free. I do think they've got one of them stupid little things, you know, where they do their, you get it for free for 7 days or something. So check that out. But looking really good. So the takeouts from that quarter really for me are pressure is absolutely intense. It's a real stronger showing. Number 2, really, their ability around the fall of the ball is really, really strong. That's something that, you know, we talk about the powerful brand. You really see they've worked on that there. Really, really worked on that there. That as soon as the ball hits the deck or as soon as the ball is in its area, the boys are around it. They're looking to protect it. And also I've noticed when we do have the ball, this was my bugbear last year, people around them. People around, people looking around, being there, the options. There is the short option, and a lot of them goals literally caused by Carlton pressure, which is a weird thing. As Sizer says, yeah, he's been absolutely brilliant as Hewitt. Looks a real thing. Let's talk about Gov a bit. He actually looks really accomplished down the back. Let's not make any mistake. He does. I'm super stoked for him. He's doing a job. Savra, is KO the only way to watch the game? I'm afraid I think it is. I think these are exclusive. But I've really enjoyed Chera's game, Bonafide ass. I saw Terry. Hey, say hello, Terry. Say I'll call him at the end of this and explain my manic morning. But yeah, 33-13 is the Carlton score. So Carlton looking really, really different in the first quarter. Different in the first quarter. So 5 more to go, is it not? Am I right? Hewitt is killing it. He's killing it. Chera's looking good. Like Luke says here, nails it. That one touch. He's a no-nonsense footballer, which is really good. Oh, Riley, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about the pressure up forward, pressure down back as well. Definitely the movement. And can I say it without being harsh? What I mean is the work rate of the players seems totally different. Hey, Sean, how you doing, my darling? It seems totally different. The pressure of the players and the work ethic. It seems like this is a team that's trying 10 times harder. I do think that is it. I do think that's just the system. Cripps is looking really smooth. He's looking really smooth. He's just doing the basics right, which is exciting. That's always good, Shan. It's not perfect, but I think early doors, you can see the Voss effect. Because certainly their work ethic is looking really, really, really strong in the terms of their movement up and down. Peter, fitness kept, to be fair, there's no glaring signs of fitness. I still think Murkoff is well away. I've seen him quite a bit now in training and the VFL game, but it's. I still think he's well away. Yeah, you can see that. You can see definitely that it's a kick to centre half forward to start it up, and it looks like Charlie's tasked with bringing it down. But I don't mind it because of the forward pressure so much. But you can see, I think, when that kick goes to centre half forward and Charlie's there, I think it'll be all right. I do think the boys, you can see a little bit of itchy feet. Do you know what I mean? You can see a bit of itchy feet from them. You know, it's almost like that they're on top and they're like, fucking hell, we don't usually do this. So it'll be interesting to see. So a few things, I mean, let's give some negatives. I think that I'd like to see Carlton maybe squeeze it in a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Squeeze it in a bit more and be a bit more smart that way. But so far, so good. I mean, you've got to remember we are 30 minutes into a Vossy game plan. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, like Tim says, that them setups, the 5 things Pom's looking for. Remember the video? One of them was that setup on and off the ball and around stoppages. So they're looking good. It's clever. Mate, the pressure is good. What's the score right now? 33-13. I want to see, I think this is a good thing. What I'd love to see is them take off in the centre, in the corridor. So we get to see a little bit more because that corridor defence has been absolutely brilliant from the Blues. But I want to see it under a little bit of pressure. I don't think St Kilda are good enough to show us that. Fazzy! How you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Prediction of the score. I reckon Carlton will win this by 42. I think they'll blow it out. But I think for me, the big issue with Carlton, and this is something that I didn't talk about in my video, is I want to see what they're like in the fourth. I want to see what you're like when you're a bit tireder. Here we go again. Tell you what, though, this worked from the centre clearances. Cripper takes off. Chera hits Williams with a beautiful handball. That forward line there just needs a little bit of synergy, but that was a wonderful passage of play there. That has been looking really good for Carlton as well. Their movement, short, and getting them runners. Evidently, the clock stopped as well on KO. So this is what we call 3 minutes in the trade. Sandra spot on. The boys look really keen. It's almost like an angry Carlton. They're playing angry. They're playing with a little bit of intent. Spot on, right? That forward line, it's a hard one to see because the kicks that we're seeing is where Harry would be, and we know how good Harry is at taking marks with 20 people on him, and the guy's one-on-one. Good little bit of work from Fisher. He's been actually good as well, Fisher. So we'll see what we do with this inside 50 entry. Blazed in. See, this is what I like when the ball hits the deck. Come on, boys. Yeah, I've noticed that as Matt Kennedy gets the turnover here. Big roost in. I'm loving this pressure, though. So it's looking, it really does look like that's a huge element of the play, that it is Manic. Tell you what, he did all right at juniors, mate, as well. He did, so I mean, he's doing it. Yeah, the forward 50s seem. I'm trying to work out how that'd look with camp, and I also think that there is an element there of great mark from Cripper. I do think there's an element of that if Harry was there, that forward entry would be better. Cripper takes off, works himself out. Good idea by JSOS. Not everyone was on the same page. And St Kilda walk the way out. Oh, good mark. Great question. Is that I think that's what we're going to see in this fourth quarter. Do you know what I mean? I want to see in the third and fourth quarters, can they keep this up? Because that's what happened with Tigers. They get a cheap inside 50 there, and it's a shot goal for the Saints. Yep, so we've had a Kennedy goal, JSOS 2, Owies 1, Dirds 1. I think that's it. Good kick there. Tell you what. So far, it looks like that centre-half back has been more of a waitering job. But we have seen Mitch McGovern through there. We have seen Oscar McDonald through there. It's looked good. They've done well. It's still there. I do think there's going to be an element of territory to this. I think when you play in this goal I think when you play in this game, it does look like that's what Carlton are doing in the terms of territory is important to them, especially with that. But I mean, that goal there, as the comments are rightly saying, it was a bit too cute sometimes. Sometimes you can be too cute. So Carlton 5-3-33, St Kilda 3-1, 19. Tell you what, they've been really good around these centre stoppages, the boys. The restarts, they've looked really strong. So St Kilda have upped the ante here. Great pressure from Zach Williams and Zach Fisher. Come on, boys. Too easy. Too easy. There is a lack of composure. The boys under a bit of cosh here, so we're going to see. We're going to learn a lot about them in this first 5 minutes. Membry with a kick and goal. I wouldn't say that. I think Cripper. I think Cripper just needs to do the basics. I think at times he gets a bit too cute. Don't know what Membry's done there. He's probably had one of the worst kicks at goal that I've ever seen from members. One of the worst kicks at goal I've ever seen at members. So a bit sloppy. Good work by Dan Butler, though, to get that set shot. Cripper wins the free kick. Edge of 50. It's on KO, mate. Great kick down the line to Big Charlie. Here we go, boys. Good kick back into the corridor. You haven't got that much time. Come on, Z Will. Oh, well done. JSOS looking for a third. Ah! So good little passage of play. Yeah, I think they've just had the better of the first 7 minutes. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Yeah, Carlton are fighting back now. So Carlton deep inside 50. They've looked a little bit inside 50. You can see that this is gonna, if they can keep this up for the long term, it'll be interesting to see what Carlton look like moving forward. Oh, well sniped. Shot at goal from Durden. Carlton 34, St Kilda 20. So I love the fact that one of the tradies working on Carlton is a St Kilda fan. Have you seen? He's on a break having a smoker. Hey, Jeff. Great to see you, my friend. 34-20 Carlton. 9 minutes into the second. Come on, Philpy. You've got to make that tackle. So we're seeing here a bit of Carlton backs to the wall here. It's nice to see how they hold up, because this is something that we'll see in the game a lot, I would imagine. Oh, clever by Charlie. Just a bit too clever. Oh, great handball. Look at Charlie taking off, having a bounce. Gives it off to Kennedy. Kennedy runs inside 50. Bad shot goal. Great passage of play by Carlton there. Wonderful little bits there. Good morning, Leonowski. He's played mainly down the back. He's currently on the pine at the moment. Corn Blues. You're right, Beachy. Great passage of play. Like Sandra and Gox say, it was a wonderful little bit. Nice to see Curnow take a bounce in the midfield. Bit of work to do here defensively. Well done, Saab with the spoil. That has been a real big thing as well, that the boys actively run back in numbers. What is interesting is, pre-season, everyone went on about Jordan Boyd. Still don't see it. Maybe I'm harsh. Desperation, mate. If you didn't do that, that was an easy goal, because Jordan Boyd looked like a rabbit in the headlights on the M64. Kick comes in, spoiled behind. So Carlton have just got to get that definitely in the midfield. I think they've got to look, for me, I think what they've got to look for is, you can see that this shorter kicking style, shorter take the game on, it's going to need a bit of work. But, oh no, O'Brien spills the map, puts himself into trouble. Ah, Jesus. Hey there, Andrew. How you doing, mate? O'Brien's dropped a routine mark, which is the errors of short kicking. Being pinged out on the ball, 50 out. Jed Gresham smiling. Good for him. Bro, how long are you taking? It's a pracky game. Unfortunately, he's looked a bit lost the last 10 minutes of that first and the 10 minutes of this second. That's a behind though. Carlton get away with it. So we rebuild. We build. He's moving all right. He's looking to do the short stuff. You can see that he's still got that tendency to take a bit more off than he can chew. KO, Xander. Adam Saab, wonderful little bit. Oh, O'Brien. O'Brien pinged hold of the ball again. Oh, no. Tell you what, he's a flat track bully, isn't he? Like Lucky O'Brien, let's be honest. What's happened there? Dear. So, shot at goal, 22-35. Ball comes in from an O'Brien turnover on the wing. He's had two in a row. but a lot of work to do. Who's standing out? I'm really enjoying the impact Hewitt's made straight away. You're starting to see that little bit of he's got. He's coming in really nicely. I'm really enjoying Fisher's game, I have to say. I think Chera's one touch has been nice. JSOS has been ridiculous in the forward line, and Durden's energy has been good. I'm loving this kick from the restart as well. So we work our way up to half-back. Tell you what, Z-Will's been lively as well. Boys need a goal. That's it, beautiful. Oh. Smart handball. Philp's got a bit of time here. Not the handball you want to receive. See what the pressure's like, though. Pressure's good, boys. They're hunting in numbers. You can see it's new to them. It's a little bit tentative, but that was phenomenal work from the boys. And there's a behind. Brilliant forward pressure. Yeah, we are. We're 36-23. What I'm really enjoying there is the pressure there, ladies and gentlemen, was absolutely mental. As soon as that ball hit the deck inside 50, St Kilda were contending with 5 people. I'm really enjoying that. And in the middle here, tackles flying in. Like, you're not getting time. If they can keep this up for 4 quarters, it'd be weird. Motlop's not playing. I think, is he scheduled to play in the reserves? Well worked. Brilliant work. Ball comes in. I reckon we're going to score loads from the forward stoppages. Williamson's been all right as well. I think he does, though, Andrew. Like, you say lol, but what do you want to like, if you've ever played sport at a decent level, the old saying is you train how you want to play. So go back, watch last year. There was no pressure from the second quarter. So they've got to do it. Philip does look a little nervy. He hasn't played, though, for for about nearly a year. Goal out the back there, and St Kilda are going to walk it in. 29-36. So Carlton been a bit loose with the kicking, particularly in the final third. That short kicking game, getting him into a bit of trouble. And St Kilda have definitely upped the ante in their fairness. So Carlton have got to sharpen that up. But, I mean, 16 minutes in. No, they're playing 30-minute quarters, Andrew. Basically, what happened there is Carlton just got caught napping, really. That, as the old saying, the ball runs a little bit faster than you. And Mitch McGovern there, probably about 10 yards too far forward to catch his man. But Carlton have got to improve there. Can't believe there's a St Kilda guy working for the Blues eating a freaking pie in a St Kilda Guernsey. I rate that. A lot of time for it. A lot of time for it. Shout out to that man. Well, based on a quarter and a half, you'd say big fat pass. Pressure is totally intense. Carlton a little bit under the cosh this second quarter. So we'll see. But, I mean, at the moment, standouts, Fisher's been good. Chera and Hewitt. Hewitt's a huge change for Carlton. You can see that physicality. So just got to keep it up. But St Kilda are coming hard here, 23-36. Jesus in the ruck. Good little bit of, good little passage of play. I agree. I mean, you can't have it both ways. There's a Carlton player. You can't have it both ways. Like, tell you what, if you're getting a bit worried with no 4 points on the line, there's a worry. Well done. Good mark. Oscar McDonald. Brave there. I mean, really, these games, like, you've got to think. Do you reckon the doggies are worried they lost to Essendon? I don't think they're worried. Do you know what I mean? 36-23, Ben. So Carlton have got the free from a blazed kick straight out of bounds. Z-Wills look lively. Charlie's taken off a few times, mate. He's looking all right. Good kick there by Z-Will. Tell you what, that transition... Oh, sorry, 36-29. On my screen, it's still 36-23. Did they not count that goal? Lockie O'Brien here on the wing. So Carlton's sharp ball movement outside of D50 has been a real delight. Our chair has spilt an easy mark there. Got himself into a bit of trouble. Jesus working like an absolute Trojan. Have any players surprised you so far? Fisher's really surprised me. Fisher has really surprised me this game. Really, he's working really hard, both defensively and both forward, which is nice to see. You can watch the game on KO. All games are exclusive on KO. Oh, he's bursting through. Charlie here, 60 out. You know he can do it one step. He has one step. It's a behind. He just has... Charlie has just taken the most casual shot at goal you'll see ever. Just one step, no fuck about. Matty Owies he scored one of the opening goals. I think it was the third goal he scored. He's looked really lively. Playing a more high half forward, which is nice. So evidently it is 37-29, but the score does say 37-23. So take that as you will. Chera and Hewitt have both looked good acquisitions. He's a joke, isn't he? Charlie Curnow, one step. You know what? I might make... The pressure's been really good, and that's all you can ask. We want to see that. That's the question. We want to see that pressure up there. Gregor, love to see... You want to see Charlie kick that one, but I mean, that was one step. Pretty easy inside 50 there from Carlton. And I'm not too sure about Max King's beard. He's looked all right, Oscar. Bit of jogging there. I don't think Voss will be happy about that on the defensive set. And Waitering's just kind of let him go. What's going on here? Is that... Have they stopped scoring this quarter? Because by my count, that's what? What is that? I reckon that's what, 35? 35, 37? Is it? Who's the goal kickers for the Saints? King has banged one. Membry's banged one. I don't know. Don't give a fuck about them. Mickey Mouse side, mate. Horrible bounce. So we'll keep you updated. So is that 35? Are we counting that? So is it 35? 29, 35, 37. 37, 35. Need to make a note of that. It's going to get confusing for you guys. Free kick for Carlton. Cripps being manhandled. I wouldn't... Like, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, just while we're in the chat, don't get too invested in this game because genuinely these games aren't even... Scratch matches genuinely aren't on free-to-air or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, just think about the Dogs. Do you think the Dogs are worried that they've lost to Essendon? It is a cobweb match, but... Oh, they've updated it, so we don't have to do it myself. But, I mean, like I said, I'm not looking at scores. I'm looking at systems. So, at the moment, the systems have been okay. There is a change. So, it'll be interesting to see. Definitely train how you play. But there will be elements, like if you watch, I don't know if anyone watched the Doggies Essendon game. There was a lot of, you could see players managing themselves. Throughout that game. So if that was a 4-pointer, the Doggies wouldn't have called their jets throughout that thing. So I think there's got to be an element of that. It's got to be an element of that. Lockie, unfortunately, he's had a few big glaring errors. Unfortunately, looked a bit fumbly. I think Carlton need the halftime break here. Be interesting to see what was said. I'll never forget a good mate of mine who works at Melbourne, where Melbourne were told to just literally stop putting pressure around the ball to work their backline a bit in a practice game. And I remember the media saying, oh, they look a little bit vulnerable. Durden's trapped all the way back there. Great work by Adam Sard. Jordan Boyd, best kick at the club. So, 36-38, we have a scoreboard. But we're going to see what happens in the next bit, aren't we? Much love, D. Goldie. Mate, do it for love. Do it for love. I agree with you, Bonafide. Like I said in my preview, not looking for the score so much. I want to see how they run this game out. I'm going to be really intrigued to see what these legs are like in the third and fourth, because that was the Teague was pants. That's where it all fell off. So I just want to see that. I just want to see that. I want to see what them legs are. That will be a dub in Pom's mind. If I can still see blokes tackling in the third and fourth quarter, we're winning. I have enjoyed seeing Jesus in the ruck, though. I'll tell you what, though, I'll give Jordan Boyd, he's very defined. Isn't he? It's going to be interesting. I think O'Brien's got a big half this half, I think, because he's made some real glaring errors. And you would have thought that's it. I'm not surprised though, lads. I'm not surprised. Like, you know, I'm fairly harsh and I never follow the media. I was never a fan of Jordan Boyd. And when I started hearing he's the best kick at the club and stuff, I was like, fucking hell. Watch VFL. Please. Please watch it. He is till the end of the year, Cam. I think, Greg, I think if Marchbank doesn't get right, I can't see him staying it. So a big chase on here, and Carlton were more busy there shepherding. There's a goal. That was poor from Carlton there. That was poor from Carlton. Went for the man, not the player there. Went for the man, not the ball. And easy goal on the back. St Kilda hit the front. That stings. That stings. Carlton have got to really... it's hard to know what levels of intensity we're seeing, but that was just poor football. Everyone had a go at taking out Butler. Everyone forgot Jack Higgins, and that was easy. Like, everyone was thinking, shit, Dan Butler, and Jack Higgins just walked in. So 30 seconds to go. Very poor quarter by Carlton there. It was... The pressure was there. The application wasn't. Panicky handball. Now we're going to see... Good mark. Now we're going to see... We're going to see Voss here. This is... I'm glad we've seen this, because now I want to see what Voss is about. I reckon you'll come back. I'm genuinely not concerned. So he's having a shot goal here. Blazed away in the middle. And there it is, I think. Yeah, exactly. Sandra's right. Sandra's right. And there's the half-time siren goes. 44-38. So the takeouts of that, tales of two quarters, really. I want to say tales of two halves. Carlton, real strong in the first. Real intent. Second, he's kind of dropped off a bit. But the second quarter, literally, I'd say nearly all of Saints' goals has come from really poor decision making, and the running backwards hasn't quite been there. Whether that was some kind of plan, who knows, to take something off and see something, but whatever they tried in the second quarter hasn't worked. 44 Saints, 38 Carlton. Boys have just got to step it up. So we're going to see here. We're going to see that reset, because it's been real good. Like Peter says, forward pressure's been really good. Defence, though, just there, it looked a bit lax. It looked a bit lax in that second quarter. Midfield as well, kind of that whole pressure around the ball wasn't quite there as hot as it was in the first. It's always going to be hard, though, to keep that up. You've got to remember that even the best sides don't keep it up for 4 quarters. But enough there for you to be happy with what you saw. I am correct that they're only playing 4 quarters of 30 minutes, aren't I agree with you, Josh. It didn't look quite the same as the first quarter. But that is... As back to the Marchbank conversation, I think with all them injuries, he has to break in this year. Like, I think for Carlton to go places, they have to be ruthless. Like, they can't just... Marchbank could be good, But if he's in A&E every day, it's no fucking point. Just get rid of him. You know what I mean? So for those asking, you can watch the game by getting KO. Get on KO. Mate, Williams has looked really good, real sharp, looking to take it on. Bugs Bell, are we hardest to the ball? We definitely are. We are a lot hardest to the ball. So that's really good. That's really good. The pressure's been really, really, really good, particularly in the forward half. Hunting in numbers has been a thing. I think if you're looking at Voss's game plan, I think what we're really seeing is a team that is looking to force things to happen as opposed to wait things to happen. But I'm not really bothered by that second because, like most of the chat have picked up, it didn't say it. I don't know what they were trying. I don't know if personnel had changed. I don't know if there was a directive. Be interesting to see. Interesting to see. But like you say, you got to remember this is a practice game. Can I see Terry in the stand? I haven't. I saw Jake. So, I mean, that's what we're looking at here is systems. And in the first, that system was really nice. You can see, though, that it seems to be, my take out, particularly from the first two quarters, is the kick seems to be a drilled kick to centre-half forward looking for the lead. And I don't think we've got the personnel to do that per se. So it's going to be interesting. I think you've been a bit harsh, Mighty. I mean, we've never seen turnovers. Most of our goals were caused by forward 50 tackles, which, let's be honest, Carlton was the second worst tackling side inside 50 last year. I mean, that's a huge change. I think everyone needs to cool the jets. I'm trying not to get too excited. It is a bona fide practice game. Like, go on a doggies forum. They're not bothered. They're not bothered that they lost to Essendon. It's a cobweb blowout. Who has taken your eye? Fisher has really impressed me because I was harsh on him in preseason. So I love. That's what really excites me. Fish. I love being wrong about a player. Love being wrong about a player. So Fish has been really impressive. I'm really enjoying Hewitt's game. I'm really enjoying a bit of Chera. Yeah, exactly, Rowan. Like I'm saying, one of my mates works with Melbourne, and I remember last year in one of their practice games that they got stiffed, that the directive was literally no tackles from the midfield for 10 minutes, and they got peppered inside 50, and the media really had a field day. They ended up winning it. So I just think it's one of them interesting things that, you know, you don't know what the coach is looking for. But when they were playing well, we can only judge really on passages of play. That first quarter, they looked really good. George Cripps is looking really nice. Kemp. I like Kemp, and this is kind of the Kemp you saw at juniors, that he's there and real works hard on both occasions. I think Carlton just need to find him a bit more. But all in all, I'm happy with what I've seen. The boys are running it well, and it'll be interesting to see what this looks like when it's in a game situation with 4 points on the line. But definitely some changes. Definitely some changes. Right, while we have the halftime break, tell me who stood out for you guys in the chat, or who do you want to see us keep an eye on if you can't watch it? Let us know. We'll do the groundwork for you all. But let me know in the comments who stood out for you so far, and who are you looking for? Mighty Blues, yeah, I'm loving both of them too, mate. I'm looking for that as well, Rowan. Great call. What's Voss do this? Is Cripps carrying them? Definitely definitely for me, he's moving freer. He's moving more like the Cripps we saw. Not going to say when he was good. Looking more like the Cripps we saw when times were good, though. Times were good. He's moving free, moving freer. Pitter, yeah, Pitter. We know I love Pitter. I'm a Pipper boy. But yeah, my thoughts on Cripper, moving freer, doing the basic stuff. A couple of times he did take the game on, which I didn't really like, but that is Cripper. J-Sauce, as Gregor says, he's been really good too. Adam Saad's been really good too as well. Owies and Cripper and Gob, I love it. Z-Will's having a bit of time. I appreciate it. I love it. No, you're spot on. I love the observations, ladies and gents. Love the observations. Where is everyone watching this? Tell me about your day. Tell me about your day and where you're watching it, how you're setting up. Who's got the best setup? Tell me about your setups. Oh, look, there's Pando. Check that out. On the couch, Kalgoorlie. Oh, that's awesome. Good to see you anyway, Greg, mate. It's awesome to see you, my friend. I like the look of Dirds. What, you want Cooter on? Or have you seen Cooter? Love it, Arlo, mate. Tell you what, give me some feedback. See if I can abuse Swoop Luke. Ignoring tangent, mate. That's the way. That's the way. That is the way. Right, everyone, go and grab yourself a quick cup of coffee. I'm going to go and grab a quick cup of coffee. And I shall be back in a jiffy, okay? So I'm just going to grab a quick cup of coffee, chat amongst yourselves, and we will cover the second half live and exclusive here. We'll have a bit of a laugh together, and we'll see how it goes. Much love, everyone. I'll see you soon. And we're back. How are we doing? Good day to Wayne. How are we doing? So, second half about to commence. So, we just need to... I see a lot of you blowing up in chat. I think we just got to calm down. Mighty Blue, sending my love to you, my friend. Hope you feel better soon, my friend. Few of you in the truck watching. I love it. How are we all? So, recap then. First quarter, manic pressure. Carlton got the jump. Second, the pressure probably slipped down. The running slipped down. And St Kilda got a run on. But I do repeat, remember, it is a pracky game. Western Bulldogs lost yesterday. And they looked poor. And the commentators, evidently, according to the comments, have validated what I said. You never know what the coaches are saying. So we're going to see in the third. I wouldn't be surprised to see a manic third from Carlton and then a lacklustre fourth. But let's be honest, St Kilda took the chances. I've seen. How good's that, Wade, as well? There's a Carlton one and a St Kilda one. They're in their Guernseys while they're working. Nice to join you. I'm technically at work. Thanks, Lana. Much love. The score, Bailey, is 44 St Kilda, Carlton 38. George Hewitt's been good. Zach Fisher's been really good. I'm really impressed with him because I was harsh on him in the preseason. I am loving what he's doing. They're coming out for the second. 44-38 is the score, Zav. Peter obviously has been dominating, but he is against Tom Campbell. There's Terry! Way! And Kira. The boys! Yeah, I can see them. Cheers, Wayne. Good to see you as well, mate. Great catching up with you the other week, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Love to your dad. I've brought this back as well. I know that I was naughty. And I didn't have my scarf in the first. And we know that this is lucky. This is lucky. Bugsbow, yeah. I agree. Great call. How good was that? Yeah, it sucks. I've got a really important meeting. I had a manic morning this morning as well. You don't want to know my morning, but it's been good. But there's Terry. Look. Hey! Look, there you are. The lads. Give us a wave, Terry. The lads. The lovely Kira as well. Good to see you, Mr. Crovers. I hope you're enjoying it, mate. Has this just become the Terry Abroad show? What's going on here? Nice. Terry and Kira. Look. Hey. Tez with the coffees. Getting a bit of love for the tradies. You know what? This tradie here with the water bottle, he has been doing fuck all game. Legit. What's going on? What's going down? Oh, look, there's Tez in the chats. Oi! I hope you enjoyed it, mate. He is, isn't he? Hey, I tell you, he's got a face for TV, as Terry. He's got a face for TV, and they're doing it. I put the volume on then, just because I thought they've shown him 6 times. Are they giving Blue Abroad a shout out? Tell you what, I was going to say they should send them this way. Hey, look, do you want special guest commentary with us lot? With a hardcore. I think they were just cycling through the crowd, but there was Terry and Kira on camera. So, I mean, they've got the 2 good-looking ones, haven't they? So second half about to start. Tell me what you're looking for in this half, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really looking for, I want to see that pressure. I want to see that pressure really, really implemented a little bit more. Bit sharpened up. Did anyone watch the Doggies Essendon game? Has anyone got any Essendon mates? Anyone got any Essendon mates? Because I've got a couple of Essendon mates and they're now flag favourites. How good is it to see Matty Cruiser there? Interesting as well. We've got Murkoff and who else was it? Paddy Dow. Both of them were in the VFL and the AFL list. So it'll be interesting to see them. Sad's been good. So people wanting the pressure. Love it, Sandra. Want to see Cripper carve it up. Me too. Great call, this, Jackson. Great call. Yeah, I think there needs to be a bit of controlled aggression. Controlled aggression. I think that's going to be a thing for Carlton. I'm with you, mate. Honestly, my Essendon mates. I had to remind them, right? Because I teased them at the start, going, are you enjoying watching the Doggies? Enjoy that battering. And they were all like, it's a practice game at the start. And then they won it. And like now, evidently, it's not a practice game. It had 4 points. We love a bit of Tez. I agree. Yeah, he's linked in both games. So he, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think I've seen him out there. I don't think he's played. I don't even think I haven't seen him. I agree with this comment. I love that bona fide and Sandra spot on. I want to see that. So we're going to say, I mean, there's an element of practice games, there's an element of just trying to work on the system. So, like I say, I will reiterate that having a mate at Melbourne, it is very hard to read. Hard to read. It's hard to get a read on it. So we're just about to ball up. Is anyone else who's watching on KO getting HD sometimes and then it seems to like drop on some camera angles to like potato? Good tackle there by Pitt. I'm loving this though. This is what I have really enjoyed. Fall of the ball. Boys there. Boyd taken high. Holding the ball. There we are. So Carlton, good little... It's weird. I'm glad Mighty Blues, yeah, because I keep thinking it's my TV. Like, 1 minute, horrible kick there. Some of them kicks, you can see that they really like that short ball movement. McGovern real strong, just peels off Max King. So, there we are. I'm liking Durden as well, dropping back. Umpire. Max King takes a wonderful mark on top of McGovern and Wheatering. And like Sandra says there, no one was defensive side there. And it was a poor kick. So anybody who's wanting to watch the game, KO. He's a very good footballer, he's Max King. My wife will be very happy. Behind there, 45, St Kilda, 38, Carlton. Not too sure about the beard number. Rowan likes it. Not too sure about the bar. I'm not too sure. Just me personally. It's probably because I can't grow facial hair. There we are, talking about beards. Mitch clears his lines. They're really looking to attack the corridor, Carlton, which I've got a lot of time for. You haven't got time there? Get the handball away. Beautiful from Durds. Durds getting a bit of mid-time. And he picks Brody King out in the 50. King makes a bit easier. Chair a shot at goal. Great work by Carlton. We're just talking there. That inside-out handball. They're really attacking the corridor a lot more. And big summer signing. Adam Cheddar. Shot at goal. Good passage of play from the boys. And you can see the first shot at goal that St Kilda had. That's what they tried to do. Easy as you like. Easy as you like. Come as you watch him score. He's Adam Cheddar. Adam Cheddar. There we are, 44-45. Beautiful passage of play, though, really. Carlton looking to attack the corridor as much as possible. And it's kind of the tale of two there, executions. So Mitch McGovern brought that kick into Kennedy. It was the same kick that was an issue that caused the first shot goal. So for me, I was really impressed with that. I really like that. If you remember before where Mitch McGovern had the ball, where he won the ball, that intercept, the old Carlton went down the line. Nice kick back in. So I really enjoy that. And I don't mind conceding goals if we're playing that way. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it. I agree, Tim. And I think I have noticed Carlton look for that. That's great by Cripps. He's all right, Kennedy. Booming kick in. What a mark! Jesus takes a mark under about 800 people. And what a booming kick from your boy, George Kennedy. Carlton, wonderful play there by Cripper. Cripper took the contact, handball backwards into space. That was beautiful by Cripps. That was well thought out. Jesus shot a goal here. I will tell you after this. It's 45-44, Ricky, my friend. Jesus with a shot goal. 45 apiece. Spot on, Sava. Real underrated. Definitely, Sandra. I don't know about you, though. I'm happy to concede goals in practice, though, if they're looking to try that. Because that's the way forward. All the top teams play it. This kick in defence is absolutely beautiful as well. Mate, let's do it. I don't know what a cat is, Ryan. You got to remember that I'm old. So when you start throwing stuff at it, if it's an insult, though, it's got to be a good one, mate. You know what I mean? I see you're a St Kilda fan, but I'm 6'2", 95 kgs. I don't piss apart. Playing better this quarter, they definitely are. Great little inside-out handball again. Oh, Jesus. It was too cute. The scores are 45 apiece, my friend. Cheapers Creepers. Love the name as well, my bruv. O'Brien round the corner. And got to say, though, the defence from Carlton looks good. Love that from Jack Noons. So we're going to see here the transition defence. Oscar McDonald working hard to get back. Wow. Oh, O'Brien. Good handball, though. Zach Fisher takes off here. 45 volts, Cheapers Creepers, mate. That was a bit weak there by Curnow, but he was off by Ants. Tell you what, because I love you all. Do you know what I mean? Because I love you all. while this game goes on. Tell you what. Hey, what a one-handed grab by Charlie! Come on! Oh, come on, Sheepers Creepers. 7 minutes 20. Come on, mate. Working overtime here for you. Help me out. Oh, no, what's happened to the stream? So Charlie takes a one-handed grab, just taking the piss. Best player in the league lines up for a short goal. Oh, Charles. Charles. So I suppose we better edit that. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a mish. Hey, how about that? It's all right, Sheepers Creepers. I'm just teasing you, my friend. Mate, George, you know me. I love a bit of Charlie. Been a good little quarter, this. I'm really enjoying what I've seen. Great there. That well read by Oscar. Come on, Sandra. Don't ruin it. Yeah, David King can get fucked. What's going on here? Beautiful handball. Lockie, a lot of work to do here with this kick. Oh, Zach Fisher runs under the ball. Go on, get him, Zach. That one-hander was amazing. Really, you're giving free kicks for that, ref? What's going on here? Max King with a dubious free kick, 60 out. Bob's it in. Great mark. Jacob Redwell. I'm loving this here, this transition. This is probably one of my favourite things. There's a 50. Hey! Oh, look at him. Oh, he hates it. So, Carlton really looking to take that inside 50. It's a good kick, that. Straight out to Charlie, who takes a strong grab. Look at him. How can you not love him? Carlton have lifted that transition. He's taking time with this one. He's taking time here, Charlie, which I rate. George, mate, you know what I was saying about a practice game? You can screw it if Carlton win it. Oh, Charlie with the... You know what? I've never been one to criticise Charlie, but he is going for the spectacular, is he not? You can tell this is a practice game. You better not do that in a game. So Carlton 47-45. That transition was beautiful, though. And it's really nice to see that Carlton are willing to switch it and then hit the corridor when it counts. I agree, Sandra. A lot of time for it. I'm really loving how Carlton are contesting airily as well. Not many free marks. He's got the distance, hasn't he? They've been a bit casual. If I'm critical, and you won't hear me criticise, as Murkoff has gone into the ruck this quarter, you won't hear me criticise Charlie often, but there has been casual kicks from him. They're very casual, which I think is Charlie's way. I agree, Sandra. Round stoppages, the boys look really strong, I have to say. Good. Oh, tell you what, Carlton, the pressure is really up to you. See, well, we've got a bit of time. They've thought this out very well. Brilliantly thought out. Good shepherding off the ball as well by Mitch. Makes the tackle. Lovely willingness to have hands in close. Handball chain. Carlton dominating through the centre. Oh, Sard sells some candy. Flips it inside 50. Come on, boys, get the pressure. These handballs in close. I'm all for it. Shearer lines up. Come on, Cowan! What a passage of play from the boys. Handballs galore in the centre. Taking on the game. Handball in close, no kicking. Sad foot candy. Creates chaos inside 50. Carlton again, handballs from Charlie to Matt Kennedy, who started and almost finished it. Great turn and kick from Mr. Chera, who found himself in space. Carlton 53, 45 Saints. Mate, get around it. That was beautiful to watch. Beautiful to watch. Mate, that's sad silk. Fucking sad silk. Tim, that's what we said. Controlled, control it. Ah, mate. Show me that again. Show me that again. So 40 minutes just gone. 53 Carlton, 45 Saints. Beautiful that. I want to see Carlton go through the gears here. Their patience under pressure, really good. So we're seeing Murkoff here. Mate, it's good in it as well. Walsh added to it. Bit of pressure under that kick, but he's found the space. And Z will. Much love, Tim. Big fan of yours, my friend. Much love. He looks really good. This is beautiful, this here. This is a new Carlton, this. That under pressure, the willingness to go backwards to go forwards. I hate territory football. I really don't like it. And it's good to see they've got a bit of patience. Oh, Razor. Mate, it's pre-season. You've already been a dick. Tell you what, Jacob Wheatering a few times has been really caught napping on that turn. Mate, how good is it as well? Good tackle as well. Tom Williamson didn't give that one up. Makes up for it. Great mark from Jacob. Oh, does that. I don't mind him. I just don't like him against us. I do believe that there was a report. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen him on the screen. That Vossi's got COVID, so he's doing this via video link. Yeah, I'm not bothered. Like I say, I'm not bothered. I mean, he's been good. There's been a few times that's holding the ball umps. Pressure in tight. Look at this handball. Hey, I've never criticised him. I'm just saying he's been a bit loose. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who takes it. I have liked Oscar McDonald one-on-one. Murkoff there, bodied out of it. That's Gollums. That's priorly fended off. Mate, I'm just not a fan of it. I'm just not a fan of territory football. The big Gregor Owen. Made that work. Well done. We can watch on KO, mate. It's live and exclusive. All the Pracky games, live and exclusive to KO. Should do the ads, shouldn't I? I'm enjoying it, mate. I'm enjoying what I'm saying. I'm enjoying it. Camera work has been stellar, which leads me to believe, how fucking bad is the AFL W's? 53-45, 17 minutes 40, my friend Calvin. Enjoy work, mate. And if you can get to watch it, good on you, my friend. This handballing close, lot of time for. That's it. Oh, Cripps releases Hewitt. Hewitt in acres of space. Options are plenty. Goes the long one. Come on. Ah. I reckon I could do it, Sandra. Because I've dropped that ad with some absolute aplomb, I reckon. Murkoff there, that was poor. You can see Murkoff hasn't played many. Great work there by Setterfield. Right, here we are. Always. Tell you what, what's everyone else think as well? Owies and Durden, high half forward. We saw them in the pockets last year. I've got a lot of time for it. I'm liking it. Bit of work to do here on the transition. It's good to see a lot of blue numbers, though, getting back. I've missed for you as well, Mopey, mate. Brad Hill bombs it inside Carlton's 50. Love this willingness for handballs. That is something that Kemp did exceptionally well as a junior. Don't get me started, bona fide. Don't get me started on the Poms. My mate's giving me stock. Oh, cheers, Sandra. I have my moments. Honey's not playing. He's out with... He had an operation. I forgot what the operation was for. Jesus there. Straight out of the marking contest into the tackle. Love it. Look at this from Jesus. Oh, Cripper tried to do too much there. This... Ball! Look at that. Tom Williamson. Not today. Good work by Tommy. Spills the mark there, Setters. That was an easy goal, though. Well done, Jordan. Unlucky. Make sure you get him. I don't know what McGovern has done there. But McGovern could be really hurt there. Oh, he's all right. Thank God for that. Willow. McGovern just literally walked into Ben Long. He's all right, but fuck knows what he was doing. He thought he was Eddie Betts for a minute. I feel you, Mighty Blues. O'Brien has been disappointing. I hope he's all right, but he had time to pull out of that. I'm not too sure what he did or why he did it. He's all right, though. I think Saints will be all right. I think Saints will be in and around the 8, to be honest. I think they'll be in it. And I'm not just saying that for my wife. I genuinely do think they'll be all right. Well read. Well done. Tell you what, Matty always really gives it a crack. Well done, Wheats. It's a tough job on it. Blazed across our 50. Ball hits the deck. And well done. Running options are plenty. Carlton handball it out. Loving it. Durden's got the overlap here. Beautiful kick. Carlton have fought that out really, really well. And look at that from Durds. That running ahead of the ball. Beautiful to see. Did that ball not go up? Tell you what, Jesus has run a mile. 53.45, my friend. He has got a tank. His running is so hard. I really think they'll be all right, honestly. I really do. Again, corridor handball. Sard has really got forward. And he hits Brodie Kemp on the chest. I've got the score up, boys. Doing God's work. I love the way the girls have noticed the score. And the boys are like, can we have the score? What? I did it. Brodie Kemp to finish off another great passage of play from Carlton. Carlton really attacking that corridor with short intensity. He's swinging. One game, one source. Come on, Brodie. There it is. Carlton. Been really, really impressive. I've got to say, I do think maybe they were working on something that last quarter. But 59.45. KO, my mate. Live and exclusive on KO. I do believe they do have a 14-day trial for new people. He's out injured, bona fide. He's got a setback. Mate, what I'm really impressed about Kemp as well. What I'm impressed about Kemp as well is that I remember watching him as a junior. This was his strength was he was basically Casbolt with skill, and he's looking really good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. See, Sandra, tell you, KO marketing from Pom. I do think, like I said, as we see Jake Ben Wharton there, follow him on Twitter. I do think it reminds me of, like I say, Melbourne last year. A good mate of mine works with them, and he was saying that every 10 minutes they worked on things like the midfield would drop their intensity to flood the 50 to see how the defence held it up in certain game situations because they were tracking certain analytics. So it could be something like that because this is a total different Carlton this quarter. Because you weren't seeing the running back. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think we're missing SPS? 1? I think it's all right. I think it's all right. They're reading the ball in the air well. And I think what I'm seeing really impressively from the boys is their willingness to peel off the man and back their read in flight, particularly the transition. Well, he gave me a scale of 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. 0, then. I'll go with the general consensus. I'm a man that will follow the fans there. I have really enjoyed that corridor. What's everyone else thinking? Just that corridor, the calmness to use the ball. I love it as well. And I like the fact that the boys defensively and offensively are actually anticipating where the ball is, being proactive. Free kick here to Kempe. Inside 50. Do people... Setfield must tell really bad jokes in the dressing room. You know what I mean? It must be cooked. He must be one of them guys that sends you a meme at 3 a.m. So, Brody Kemp, shot at goal. Usually a good set shot. And there's a behind. We've all got that mate, do you know what I mean, as well, that wakes you up at 3 a.m, your phone goes off and it's some crappy meme. Why is that saying... There we are. Crazy, isn't it, Bugs Bell? It is. And that's the thing that I've really enjoyed about the Blues. They're doing the basics well, particularly the first and the third. There's 2 minutes 20 by my count left. Am I correct that they are going to be playing 4 3/4? They're not. They've scrapped the 6 3/4. Yeah, Charlie's been had a few shots a go. We've got excited, Calv, mate. Don't worry. Pom's been up and about with him. Waitering's done so well there on 4 players. Yeah, it is 4 30-minute quarters. They aren't doing the 6 30 minutes, are they? I am correct. This handball here in trouble is so nice. The willingness to go backwards, to go forwards. I'm really enjoying that. Blazed inside 50, deep. You know what is impressive as well? The majority of this quarter, we haven't had our tolls there. Like, our tolls in that full forward position, they've handled it really well. Sandra, great synopsis. Simple game plan. The pressure. Yeah, so it's 4:30s, is it, Chris? It's not going to be 6:30s. Hot potato here. Players around the ball is impressive. Look at this, they're there. That handball comes out. Ah! I can't wait till round 1. That's what I'm looking for it, Braden. I'm with you, bruv. I want to see what their running's like in the 4th. Yeah, good, yeah, because I was like, this better not be one of them 30 minutes for 2 years ones. Because I always think it just takes the excitement out of them 2 extra things. He is. Let's give Lob some love. He's worked hard this quarter. And there we are. 3rd quarter time goes. It was a lot more impressive. I am really enjoying their willingness to attack the corridor, to defend the corridor, but also just a bit of calmness under pressure. You can see that they have a more faith in going backwards to go forwards. It's not just get it forward, get it forward. So a very, very impressive performance. I can't speak. 15-point lead. Probably deserves to be more. Can you imagine a Pom commentating? I thank you for the compliment. I'll leave that to the pros. If they want someone to do colour commentary, I'll do it. Front runners. Interesting. I suppose if I was picking now, Willow has looked all right streaming up there. Willow would probably be it, and I'd probably rotate the nest. I think there's some signs though from O'Brien that he's finding it in. I love that, Lewis. Spawn. That handball, mate. You know how much Pom froths a handball. Williamson, bone crunching tackle. Yeah, Greg, mate. How good has Willow been as well? Just quietly gone about his word. Need a much higher lead. We do deserve a much higher lead. You're right. Zachy Williams. Tell you what, he's a guy that I'm going to give real big kudos in my review because his ability to attack the corridor, he's really enjoying it. A fan versus fan commentary again. Hey, tell you what, I'm looking forward to that. I've got a few guys teed up next year. Luis Suarez. I don't know. I think that game's over now. 1-1 going back to Old Trafford. I think it's going to be a lot tougher for Atletico. It's going to take a while as well. Like, if you use soccer as an example, and we play, on average twice a week, I think it's going to take probably about 6 to 8 weeks. So I'd say 4 games to really get it to gel. Durden, we were just talking about him. Let's talk about him and Owies up the ground. I have really, really enjoyed that. And Durden's engine has been phenomenal. Phenomenal. Hewitt has been an absolute standout. Scotty, mate. Spot on. JSOS. Tell you what, he has been. He'd be in me votes. He'd be in me votes. I tell you, if I was putting votes out, he'd be in them. I think Zach Williams will be on the back. I think he might float through that wing. Durden seems to be all over. Mate, what an engine on the kid. What an engine. What an engine, mate. Honestly, tell you what, comments flying in. Thank you very much, Bella. You're too kind. Sandra Spawn is simple game planning. I love it as well, Luke. Spot on. He hits him with pace and he forces that handball. And I've got to give some kudos to Cripper as well. The fact that he's just there and he's willing to go backwards, he's dictated that a lot. Where I complained about Maddie Prasparkis and the women. Do you know what I mean? That she keeps blazing it forward. Her responsibility is set the tone. She's been good. Chera has been amazing. KO, mate, if you get involved, 14-day subscription, you'll be able to watch this on repeat as well. Get around it. All the practice games are live and exclusive on the KO channel. Yeah, you can tell that it's not. He gives me Jones year 1 vibes when he went down back. Like, you can see that the psyche's not there, but there's definitely something to work with. Cripper is back. Are you, mate? I'm with you. I'm with you. JSOS is a fan favourite. Spot on, mate. Quite right, too. I did see him. Oh, no, Voss is there. There was a report that he had a positive test. But what is impressive here, look at the engagement in the players. The engagement. Do you remember I used to complain that the players were looking in the stands? I did see Terry. I saw the lovely Kira as well. Cribs for Brownlow. I think he's been thereabouts, Lockie. Definitely. 60-45 do perfect. Still not the finished article, I don't think, but he has been strong. Wheaterin doing what Wheaterin does. Bit loose with Max King a few times, but he has been really hard to it. Yeah, just confirmed. Finally got to see him. Tez will be wrapped. Durden's been beautiful, working hard up and down the ground. So, final quarter coming up. Thank you very much for joining me. I apologise again. I'm late. I was late this morning. Bit of a family crisis, but all fixed. And I'm looking forward to seeing the fourth quarter. I'm looking forward. This is the big quarter for me, because last year I went back and watched the practice games this week, and just it was obvious in the third the running stopped. So we probably didn't name it. We probably didn't notice. So it's interesting. Wasn't down named to play. He was. Him, Murkoff, Fogarty were named in both teams. So obviously Dow's got some work to do. Does anyone know if that game's going to be on? Is it going to be on this, KO? Mate, it's bollocks. And my boss got a meeting at 1:30 just near my house for me to go to. So he gave me the morning to do what I needed to do. And did that, so I couldn't actually go to the game. I agree, let's not slow down. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for it. But does anyone know if the VFL is going to be on? Because I'd love to watch that. That cute girl as well is the princess of Icon Park, the lovely Kira. You'll see Kira. She's on fan cams a lot. Also, the Sandringham VFL game's on with Carlton. Gross! You know what? Pob's going to be in a meeting, right? And I'm going to try and snake the meeting as quickly as possible to watch that. It's going to be the quickest meeting. So we start the fourth. Well done by Oscar. Looking to handball it. I don't mind him getting caught there. Don't mind him getting caught there. Tim Membray, short goal and behind. So tell me your takeouts, ladies and gents, as I update the score. I'll tell you what. There you are. Solid bounce. Well done, Bonafide. You got a giggle. Tell you what, as well, just quietly, how good's Zach Fisher been? I'm really enjoying his game. They are looking good, Wayne. Mate, you're a lucky charm. Hey, look, Jesus, running down the wing. Look at this handballing type, man. Like, I can't tell you how happy seeing my team handball it. It turns me on. Dow's looks like he's going to be playing the VFL. Good punch. Teague's at the wheel. God, do you remember that? Let's not talk about Teague. I love it, Rowan. Excited. And that is a great way to describe sport, mate. Right? He's always on it. Look at that handballing tight. That's in the backups. Kemp up forward. Good day to you, Adam, as well, my friend. Great to see you here, mate. Yeah, he looks really good. Why is that not changing to a 6? Tell you what. There you are. So that ball movement has been really good as well, that shortness. Good day to you as well. Kemp's been really good, mate, Adam. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, they've spread it out, though. You've seen what's his face as well. Sard's had a pop at it. Wheatering's had a few as well. I like what they're looking for in that kick-in as well. The kick-in defence and the kick-ins, when we've had them, have been really, really... There is definitely a definitive plan, and I like what the plan is. St Kilda are having a lot of the ball here, but it's Carlton still running. Oh, well read, Oscar. Yeah, KO, Lachlan, mate. Get on KO, 14-day free subscription. Wayne, great spot as well. They are actively looking for the ball. Ball comes back in. Oscar McDonald. I reckon Oscar McDonald this quarter has done enough. Got himself in a bit of trouble there. Got himself a great kick by McGovern. Fogarty introduced. And here's that corridor kick. Love that as well. Looking for the handball. Greg, spot on. Tell you what, good shout. Yeah, KO. PM me after this for my bank account details. Sard is amazing. Inshallah, mate, I'm with you. Absolute jet. And this game plan suits him. Actually suits him. Because we've worked out he likes the ball in his hands at pace. Lucky Zach. Well done, though. Oh, everyone's losing the foot. Carlton turned him inside out. Mate, and to me, it makes sense to me, it's sense. And to answer one game, one source on yourself, that transition is so much more effective through the corridor because it's harder to get back to it. There should be. Like, honestly, why are KO not sponsoring me? That's it. Beautiful from Lockie O'Brien and Boyd working out. What as you see there, Lockie O'Brien kills me, man. Kills me. Because he had more time than he thought. And he spent it. I really like Oscar too. We know I've been giving him. I reckon they're missing out. Much love, Arlo. Enjoy your practice game. I wish you the best of luck, mate. He does, yeah. I mean, like, the passage of play was beautiful, the link-up. And it's the end product. It's such a tease. Such a tease. But this pressure's good. Like, oh, Locks. Oh, Adam Sard. Ooh. Tell you what, like, he just... I remember speaking to someone at the club about Dow, and they said that he'd been overcoached. That was a big thing, and if he could go back to basics, he'd be all right. I suspect the first thing with O'Brien is that. I think somewhere along the lines, someone has overcoached him to the point where he has got a million thoughts, where really at that point there, what Sard did was the right thing under pressure. Just set it up on the square, make something happen. Make something happen. And both attempts were way too cute. Looking really good, mate. We had a bit of a blip second quarter, but from there, Carlton have looked good. Hunting in numbers, like Luke says. My pleasure, mate. Honestly, this is my relax. Unfortunately, I've got to go and do some work after this, and I really can't be asked. Like, I really can't be asked. Mate, if we had like a Carl Amon, we would be the best side in the league at times. Lax play there on transition and very easy shot at goal. Free kick dinners. Who would be the starting wingers? I'd have Willow. I think Willow's been really good on his time on the wing today. I've really enjoyed it. And on the other, I think just what they've been doing today, floating players through, works really well. I think it gives us an extra mid option. So, I mean, we've had Jesus through there, Durden through there. Oscar. It's nice to see that Mason Wood is still pish. It's 8 minutes into the final quarter, Sheepers Creepers, mate. There is a lot of simple marks dropped today. Is it Dewey? Is it Dewey? That's my favourite phrase in soccer. Oh, bit of Dew. And this corridor attack, give it back. Well done, Sardi. Helping your mate out. Yeah, we're 8 minutes into the fourth. Yeah, so to answer the wing question, like Gregor says, so many people have been rotated through. You've had Sard, you've had all the players like that. Chair has gone through there, etc., etc. I really like that one wing being rotated. Like Automatic Nokia says, what phones were Nokia? They were so good. Remember 3210? Like holding the ball there. Tackling 10's been good as well from Cripper just quietly. I think that's going to be it. Look at Sard attacking the corridor, man. Jesus hunting his third. He dishes it off. Curnow. Well done, all. Well done, Lockie. Well done. Who was the Ryan guy before? Yeah, when Walsh is fit, I'd imagine that they'll definitely rotate him through. They'll definitely rotate him. I think Chera and Walsh will rotate and they'll keep them fresh, a bit like Fremantle do. He's been clumsy, Lockie, but I've got to give him respect there. He tackled the bigger man. It's hard to analyse Lockie O'Brien's game because he has no average, does he, Lockie O'Brien? He does either good stuff or shit stuff. He reminds me of my middle child. Like, it's either elite or piss. So irritating. Oh, Cripper. Oh, Crips. Well done. Jesus. Oh. Tell you what, you just saw a bit of 2019 Cripper there. I think what O'Brien needs is, from watching this, I think he needs like 7 games in VFL and get a bit of fucking confidence, because that looks like a man that I think the more he plays, the less confident he'll get in this level. He doesn't have the time. Spot on. Cripps is looking mwah, mwah. Oh, shit, I haven't updated the score. My apologies, people. Bad host. I'm sure we got another behind, didn't we? Cripslow. Mate, I've got a feeling he's going to get so much time. Like you say, Greg, mate, spot on. I think everyone's going to be worried about Chera. I think everyone's going to be worried about Walsh. And I think watching Hewitt today, he's really mucked in and done that hard yakka. So Cripps doesn't have to do that hard yakka as much. I think he's just... I think... Like, I was saying this to my mate who's a Port fan, and I'd love to know everyone's feedback on this. I think Wines won the Brownlow because people thought he was lost. He was shit. So I think Wines benefited. Good goal there from Higgins, doing what Higgins does out the back. Ben Long thinking he's tough by picking on a child. But I think Wines won the Brownlow because of that, because people just wrote him off. And if you watch the first 10 games of the year, Wines, no one was on Wines. It took people like 10 weeks to catch up that Wines is pretty good. So I think Cripps is going to have a bit of that this year. Where is the stream? KO, mate. You got 2 week free with a new sign-up. Live and exclusive. All the practice games on KO. Ben, mate, he's such a melt, isn't he? Such a melt. And he looks a melt. You know, he's the worst type of melt. You know, one that doesn't surprise you. Greg Spawn. And Hewitt has made a big difference to Cripps' game today, because I've seen Cripps has had that freedom. And he's moving really well. Like, let's be honest, Cripps is moving well. Chera straight through. I love the fact they're still targeting O'Brien. O'Brien hits my boy. Charlie with a shot at goal. Charlie with a shot at goal. Let's get this updated. Tell you what, the scores are so hard to do. Fox have it easy, don't they? Have it automated. Charlie with a shot at goal. Left pocket. -5 yards, I'd say. Sorry, we're in Australia. Minus what? 3 meters? And I don't know what Charlie's done there. I'd say Walsh. Walsh, mate. When we win the centres, we look good. Charlie Curnow there, if you play golf, you always have your mate who's shit at golf, right? One of your mates will be the worst golfer. And if you don't, it's you. But you know when they hit a tee shot and it goes high and right, and it goes high and right for weeks? That's what Charlie did, the pose, you know, where they go like that? Like, just surprised. Oh, fuck, FIFA Ultimate Team. It's a game mode on FIFA, which is a soccer game. You collect cards and play with them. He has been very casual, hasn't he? But I'll give Charlie this in all the right areas. Oh, where's the score gone? 60-53, Lewis. I mean, Carlton should have had a lot more as well. I'm looking forward to seeing how this forward line looks with Harry, though, because St Kilda do very well defensively, genuinely, I think, with Toes. I could see it, Dom. Great call. He's been very good. He's been very good, Brody. He's really, really held it up well. I'm very impressed with him. So 15-minute mark, well and truly there. And they're looking good. Oh. Cheers, Luke. Tell you what, this is hard work, mate. I tell you, just so you know. This is going to be the most work I do today, just so you know. It's going to be the hardest thing. I can multitask. I can't, like, quadratask. I think 3 is the limit. Talking to you, watching the game, analysing the game. That extra 4, throwing it out the window. I don't have to imagine it, Bugs, mate. My wife is, so I just talk to her. It's not a pretty place. So Saints running through with the ball. Big spoil there by Hewitt. It's Murkoff, number 45. Calv. Good mark by Mitch. Mitch has been really strong, aerially one-on-one. For me, hear me out, my backline based on this, I would quite like to see Plowman make way for McGovern and play the extra interceptor. Thoughts? Cheap goal from Jack Steele. I can't stand that, bloke. We're tied. We're tied. What? There we are. Done. Scores level. He's been good, Gov. I mean, if we talk about this, though, passage of play, it was just loose. And the one thing I've noticed about Carlton today is I would say 6 of Saints' scores have come from Carlton doing the right thing, taking the game on and making an error. So I would literally, if I'm honest, give them that. It's Sonia. Good day to you, my darling. I hope you're doing very well. One of my faves. It's on KO. That St Kilda tradie has done fuck all work. I hope we're not paying them by the hour. Good tackle. Well done. That's it. Come on, Cripper. Cripper takes off, takes 1 bounce. Gives it off to Kennedy. Kennedy finds Durds, who has been in acres of space all game. It's 60-60 on mine. Are we sure it's 61? I don't want to get excited. I thought it was. I just didn't count it because, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This can be our scoreboard. Well, I think they've got premiums. I think that, obviously, I'd play Stocker in there. Or whoever is the small for the small. What's the match time? It's 19 exactly, Zach. So we'll use this scoreboard. Anyway, POM scoreboard. I just think it's. I just think for me, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed his game. It's on KO Studio 2. 14-day subscription for free with new sign-ups. Live and exclusive. Only on KO. Only on KO. You know what? That is going to be wedged in my mind if I say things too much. So we are right. So we are right. I was right. Oh, God's sake. Don't matter anyway. We've got a set shot in goal from a free kick. Oh, in Ultra HD. We're not going to lose, don't worry. Carlton have a shot in goal. I don't know what Owies is doing. We've got a 50 evidently. So Carlton, there we are. We can tell you what, this scoreboard, tell you. Can you imagine if this was a... If this was like a high scoring back and seesaw affair. 66-60. 10 minutes to go. So there it is. We're still learning. Honourable losses, just don't call it. Cheers, studio. Look at him. You know what I do enjoy is that we get some trolls in here. I mean, you're wasting your time though. Not wasting mine. Banter. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was going through the motions. It was going through the motions. I'm enjoying them going through the motions as well. They're running out this game well. Come on, Murkoff. Well done, Merks. Look at this as well. The willingness to not get it away from trouble is so exciting for me. So exciting for me that they're not scared of being in that. Jesus is just an animal. That's a trip humps. How long is left? By my count, 7 minutes 56. But it's live and exclusive with KO in Ultra HD. Romero. He's doing all right, actually. He's competing well. Obviously, against Tom Campbell. So he's a new guy as well. So it's probably a fair fight. Doing all right. I still think he's about 2 years away. But definitely a guy I think to persevere with. That is a great kick by Nick Newman. I think the biggest standout for me, and I don't know what you guys think, as the game wraps up, we're 7 minutes away. Let's talk about your standouts. Give me your best takeouts. Is their willingness under pressure. You know, their willingness to slow it down under pressure, not rush. No, he's not. He's, he's in the VFL game. But the willingness to be short and sharp. Oh, cheers, Lewis. Cheers. But that's what my big takeout is their bravery. Their bravery under pressure, which is going to hold them in good stead. Because last year, I thought the worst thing I ever saw from Carlton was they shit themselves. And they're all right. I do think the defence needs work. It's hard to see what's going on in the game plan, though, because looking at the midfield group this quarter based on the last one, which we were loving, it's a different... How they're set up around stoppages is just totally different as well. So it's hard to read what they're trying. We're in the final quarter, mate. 6 minutes to go, Connor. Josh Doolan, good day to you, my friend. Chera, Sauce, Kemp and Cripps. Yeah, I agree. I'm really enjoying it, Bailey, actually. So, yeah, let me know what your takeouts are in this game. What have you enjoyed? What haven't you haven't? This handball through the corridor, honestly, I can't get enough of it. Look at it. Look at it. People streaming ahead of the ball as well. Come on. That's high lumps. What? I think they've all been really, really good. Really, really good. I think Mitch McGovern's had his moments when he's played in that role. Oscar McDonald, though, for me, leading the way, Xander. It's been nice to see. Look, it going backwards. When have we seen Carlton do that? Like, you don't have to keep blazing it forward. Keep possession. That's a good... I'm loving Durden on the wing. Just quietly. Loving Durden on the wing. I can't wait, Rowan, to see Walsh and Chera together. It's a lot more controlled, Stephen, isn't it? It's not manic, which I'm enjoying. I mean, you've also got to see as well, most of this quarter, Carlton have played Jay Sauce and Brodie Kemp as the top two. So 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Carlton seeing the game out. Look at Cripps, man. What a bull. Gets the free kick. Mate, I'm with you, Lachlan. That's what the good teams do. Like, for me, the best backline I've ever seen is Finals Eagles, how they got there. And, you know, the fact that when they were in trouble, why they were so hard to beat was their ability to play it short in trouble and beat for pressure. And I'm loving seeing this from my boys. You imagine that, Jared, if Walsh came out. So now we're at the stage where you just want to see the boys. Like Beachy says, this time we were out on our feet. I watched the practice games back. The fourth quarter was noticeable. No one could move. Oh, Adam, he's back. Look at this though, look. Bit of handball. Having some options. Not too sure about that kick around the corner. So 2 minutes 30 left. Carlton lead by 7. By the way, they have added that point, that behind, so we were all right. Mate, I was never 100% sure we wouldn't see him. I was the calmest Carlton fan in Carlton. Tell you what, good little see out this for Carlton, I think, as well. That they've just got to see this game out. Charlie looks all right. He looks happy. Mate, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to doing the watch-alongs as well. I've told Terry that I am fully committed to do them, so I will be here for all your in-staters. Thursday, 3rd of March is our next game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Kemp's moved behind the ball. Been a real competitive fixture, though. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing. Mate, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, Studio 2? I think there's something to work with, though, Mitch McGovern, in all honesty, down back. I think Newman's all right, isn't he? I think he's just a bit sore. You know who I would be playing? Oh, I would be giving... I think Durden will be close to it. Will be close to that. He has been sensational. Who is your surprise player? Durden has really impressed me. Fisher's really impressed me as well. Really, really, really impressed me. They've been all right. The pressure around the ball's been good. I haven't noticed him, to be honest. I'm going to rewatch this game before I do my review, but it's he kind of has been a bit loose, wasn't he, in the first? So 15 seconds, the game runs down. It looks like Carlton going to win this one by 7. They've blown the siren 4 seconds early. But who cares? Tell you what, though. What is good is they all look knackered. They all look knackered, which is good. But that's all you can do. They got the game plan. They've got to run out. And I'm really impressed with that. And while we wrap it up, one, like Gregor says, one questionable quarter. But genuinely, the pressure was there. The definite intent to go backwards and work it out, not having to go forward. That territory game kind of dead now, and it's more of a control game. It looked good. It looked good, and there's enough positives there. We just need to see. I think there's a lot to work on in a positive way. Do you know what I mean? A lot to work on in a positive way. But thanks very much, everyone, for joining me. I'm going to go and have a shower and get ready to do my full-time job. But thank you so much for joining me. Sorry again. Bit of a family emergency this morning, so I was running late. But thank you very much for joining me today. Much love. Can't get the dub. Till next time, I'll see you for the Melbourne game. Pommy out.